I think it's a good angle.
It's our first time using this tripod, so bear with us.
All right.
Things are getting real official here. We got the tripod now. We got the tripod.
All right.
Now we rolling.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
All
Welcome to
right.
Channel On.
Put your channel on. It's Otto and Neil.
Welcome to Channel On, guys. This is Otto. Otto's getting everything ready. We both work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And we've both been waiters at a restaurant.
Yes.
Through COVID, we have some stories to tell you guys today. So let's do this.
Well, I've been a server for about a year and a half. Me and Neil were talking, and we're like, hey, we both have been servers at some point for a long time.
Otto was telling me about this bad story that he was having, and we weren't recording, so I only know parts of it.
Yeah. So this elderly couple just came. It was a Mexican restaurant, served them chips and salsa. I got the orders and cook told me, hey, the fries can be fresh. It just needs 30 more seconds for the fries. I got this dude's fries late. And
Yeah, guy's pissed about the fries.
and he got so pissed. I went to the table and I talked to him and he was like, my meal has been destroyed. What?
Do you take the cup of water and just splash it in his face?
No.
Say, it's gonna come out when it comes out.
No, come on, man.
No, so
like-
he's pissed.
Yeah, he's pissed.
What do you do?
I mean, no, really. What do you think about this situation? The fries are like a minute at most, you know?
Yeah, he was probably... he was not right to be that mad at you at that time. But how'd you handle him being pissed at you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he said his piece. Oh, this experience is ruined and whatever. Okay, that's your understanding of the situation. And I turned to the wife and I said, what about your opinion? What do you think about this? The wife looked at me in shock and was like, he's the outraged guy. So basically what I've done is like, hey, okay, that's not reality. That's not truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's just your point of view. And so I just shifted,
Perception.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, the perception. And I asked her, so what do you think about this? And she was just like, and then the guy just took over
Otto
again.
threw the girl under the bus.
And the
He
guy
said, dodge, go to you.
and the guy was just like, hey, well, as just I said, she thinks just as I said that everything was bad and whatever.
Bro,
And
they
I
probably
said,
got in a fight after you guys left.
That's exactly what I thought, is
Yeah.
that if she didn't immediately
Yeah.
jump to his defense, he is going to be glaring daggers at her the rest of the evening.
Yep.
You didn't defend me.
Yeah, Otto started a fight at a table.
Yeah.
well,
What if it was
Domestic
their
abuse.
anniversary dinner?
right, maybe. So
It probably was, Otto. You were their anniversary, man.
oh,
That's why his meal was ruined.
well, okay, well,
That is a bad experience, though. That'd be
It is.
awkward. That'd be so
No, it
awkward.
is.
that was my worst.
Yeah, 30 seconds, like what the heck, man?
No, yeah, it was just like a petty.
People can just be irrational,
Yeah.
and they get really angry about certain things like that. I don't know. I personally do not care, but maybe he was in a bad mood that day, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Felt entitled.
Well,
OCD.
so
Don't
yeah.
feel entitled.
Yeah.
Don't feel entitled.
So
in your day.
basically, what I understand of it was just a petty situation, and the guy just blew it over, like for whatever reason, and I didn't escalate it at all. At least I don't think
Yeah,
so.
no, you probably didn't.
Yeah,
You keep
and-
your composure pretty well.
Yeah, and I just said, hey, okay, bro, like that's a cool story, but I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that pissed him off. That probably embarrassed him,
Mhm.
and I mean, I hope so. So I said, oh, okay, I'm sorry about this. I'll just get the manager and we'll see what we can do. And
What
That's
the
pretty.
manager
So he
did.
didn't tip you that time.
oh
That's
no,
what I heard.
and then true. And then he gave me 25 cents. So I went back and
He gave you
whatever.
25 cents.
Yeah, no, he put 25 cents on the table, and I looked at him like, all right. I'm like, okay, man, 25
Are
cents.
you serious?
And then we know
That's
what he did.
so mean, dude.
What? I had that.
He waited to put the 25 cents on
Yeah.
when you were there and saw.
And no, he was trying to get at me.
Yeah, he was.
And I was like, okay.
Wow.
And I was like,
Hey,
oh,
who
okay.
cares, dude?
No, he was
Who
so
cares?
petty. He was so petty. He put that shit down, the 25 cents. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, 25 cents,
That's
cool.
bad.
And then he was like, no, you're not getting the 25 cents. And took the 25 cents
Are you
back.
serious?
Oh, it's-
I don't couldn't even get a 25 cent tip.
yeah. And it was like,
Wow, he
I was
was
like-
petty, dude.
yeah, I was like, oh, shit. Okay. I'm like, okay, I hope you
That's
come back.
hilarious.
And I said, all right, man, I hope you come back. like, wow.
Yeah.
I
Bye-bye.
hope
That's
I
the
hope you
worst
feel
you can
better.
do.
Like, I
Yeah.
hope you feel better. So that was
It was
my
a
worst.
whole-
Yeah. On my experience, I've noticed that whenever they just come with this kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? They just and you say, oh, hello, okay, blah, 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 blah. Hey, nice to see you guys and welcome.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. You try to, smooth them a little bit and try to, hey, you see, not everything is bad. Just like with a baby, do a little,
What?
do a little, hey.
I hear what you're saying,
and see if,
Get in a good mood.
yeah, see
It'd be
if
really nice to you.
See if somehow
Yeah.
you get a little baby tickle.
Some people just don't care. Like, hey, I'm in a bad mood right now. Just give me my food.
Yeah,
dude.
you try to be a little fool, a little goofy, Like
People aren't always having that. No.
and they don't do the like after a second or two, and they just stay straight to their no, f this, f you. I'm not looking
That's
at
how
you.
they talk to.
Yeah.
This, f you.
No, and just don't look at you. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of those tables.
I'll tell my story, my
Yeah.
bad experience. This actually just happened this weekend. So this is a fresh story, okay? Alright, so as a waiter, you have about 4 to 5 tables in a section. And there'll be 15 waiters in a restaurant, and it's all divvied up. So that's another thing. Sometimes you can get landed with really good servers. Sometimes you get landed with really bad servers.
Yeah.
So always ask them who some of the better people are. Always a great word of advice. Probably didn't know that.
Can you explain that part? Like, would you ask the hostess?
Yeah, I would say just let me get one of your better servers here.
Yeah, you can. That's a pro tip. Like, you can actually do that with the hostess, and
They don't always know, but like, just ask, and always ask your waiter what the best foods are at the restaurant because we know what the good stuff is.
Yeah.
Just words of advice if you're not a waiter. All right. So, anyways,
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's a good tip.
in my section, I had like five tables. One of my tables was a huge table, so it was a party table. So people like 12 people coming in, big birthday parties. One of these, and then I had a bunch of booths that sat like 6 or 7 people too. It was a big section, probably more than I can handle.
So you were very busy.
Very busy.
Very busy.
Now I got slammed all at the same time, so I got this huge birthday party. Then I got a group of 6, a family with little kids. You have to get them their own milks and stuff. It's time consuming. I got them both at the same time. Had to get a ton of drinks really fast. And then as this is happening, I get sat with a 12 top. 12 top meaning 12 people. It's kids, family, another big get together. It's like 3 different families. And they get put in 2 booths at the same time. So I have 4 massive tables. My managers come out, bring the bread and stuff, like help me with drinks. And this big group of people, this 12 top, they get tons of appetizers like cheese fries, cheese bites, like cheese curds, chicken tenders, all this kind of stuff. And they also get a bunch of alcoholic drinks like margaritas, beers and stuff. And they're getting like, they're couples, so they're all getting 2. And the kids are ordering appetizers and like getting like kids drinks and stuff. So I have to get milks, I have to get the bar drinks, I have to get the appetizers out, I have to get salads out when they order their food. So, not like in a bad way needy, but needy in the sense is it's not just, I'm getting a water and an entree. That's all I want. That's easy to do. There's a bunch of other layers involved as a waiter. I bust my butt. I'm getting the first party, I'm getting the family, and then I'm getting this big 12 top, the needier one, I guess, as you want to call it. And I get everything out on time. Really, really good service. Really good service. This is like, makes me think I'm one of the better servers in America because I handle this so well. And the managers help me a lot too. Managers help me a ton. Everything's really nice. They're really funny. It's engaging. The kids love me. We're doing jokes. I was moonwalking at one point and everybody was laughing and cheering. Like it was a very engaging group.
Oh my God, they laughed at you?
Yes. Like dude, when I'm with my tables, we get close. Not always.
I never
Some
seen
people
your
like this
service,
place.
so
Yeah, I have good service.
Yeah.
And okay, where was I? Yeah, so like
Everybody was laughing at you.
Yeah. There was no reason. Let's just put
With
it this
you,
way. There was
sorry.
no reason to think that it was going in a bad direction
Right.
whatsoever.
Right.
At the end, check's about $350. They split it up like 6 different ways, which is really annoying, and that's always a bad sign. People start splitting up checks. The tip's probably be worse.
Yeah.
It was a $350 check total. So the whole group
Big
spent
headache.
$350.
Yep.
Guess what my tip is? I go to check. 20% would be like what, $70? Maybe like 60, something like that for a tip. That's like a 20% normal tip. Guess what my tip is? $15 and like 20 cents. Yes. And one of the checks was like a 25-cent tip. One was a $13, one was a $2, and like 2 or 3 were like just no tips. So yes, I have been tipped actually.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just like, what even happened? I don't know what's going on. And
Yeah.
I
like, what
walk
the hell?
out.
What-
I walk out. I'm like, hey, like, what happened? Like, did something go wrong? Blah blah blah. And the guy like comes at me, and he starts getting kind of aggravated. Like, you came out to my car to tell me this? And here's the thing. Maybe that wasn't the right move to make. Maybe I should have just stayed in the kitchen, like, oh, I only got a $15 tip or whatever. But I was like, I wanted to know what happened. I genuinely wanted to know what was going on. So I walked outside, like, hey, like, what'd I do? Did I, like, up really bad? Excuse my French. And the guy starts getting pretty aggravated. I can kind of tell, like, me coming out here kind of calls him out on this bad tip that he left. And the more I think about it, things escalated. I actually kept my composure super well.
How did things escalate?
Things escalated as in, he started getting defensive.
Okay.
I asked him what the tip, like, he started getting very defensive, and I didn't react to that. And I think that made him even more defensive.
Yeah.
And then he got even more defensive. He got insecure about it.
Yeah.
And it got really bad. His wife even came, and I was like standing there. I literally was like, "Are you really gonna fight? Like, I'm not mad, man. Like, I'm just genuinely like, really, dude. Like, what happened?"
I'm sticking to my guns, though. I'm sticking to my concepts.
Yes, but I'm sticking to my concepts. Yes, yeah. I'm sticking to my concepts. And I go back inside, and like everything's over. But it made me kind of realize. I think they ordered a ton of food, and were being kind of stupid with how they're spending their money. And they saw how big the check was, and they're like, "This is bad.
We overspent.
Yeah. Let's try to get mad about his service for some reason. So we don't have to tip him.
So we can be cheap. Yeah.
And I think he knew that, and he got really aggravated because I kind of called it out. Like, really, you being cheap's gonna diss me, man? Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, you just me over.
Yeah, you're only me over in this situation.
Yeah.
Like,
the only guy getting over is me.
And he got pissed off.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I could have done different. Maybe I should have went outside, but that's just not me. I'm not saying I'm confrontational, but like, I wanted to at least see what's up. You know what I mean? And that was like an emotional roller coaster afterwards, just processing like, whoa, all that stuff happened to me today. But it was still a good night. The other party tipped me really well. The other tables tipped me. It was a good night, but that was like a bad stiff. Yeah. I should have had a great night, and instead I had a regular night. But it was an experience.
Yeah.
I hope I explained that well.
Well, he did a good job telling his story. The problem is, Neil got fired. That's right, Neil got fired no more than 3 days of us filming that video. This means we got some spicy footage.
I think this whole portion of the conversation may want to be bleeped because you guys don't want to be throwing yourselves under the bus either.
Perhaps.
We're gonna bleep
these
that.
guys are doing this.
No, okay.
I respect that, but we're gonna edit this stuff down so much.
Yeah, don't worry.
We can do any of that. I just want to get all the talking, just get the highlights out of the hangout nights.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, instead of allowing this whole situation to be just this, a bad situation, we're gonna make something out of this. We're gonna create the first Channel On challenge. If Channel On hits 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna be making a video addressing this. We're gonna be making an entire video just talking about what happened and going into more details, digging it deeper. So, help our channel grow, share the videos with your friends, be a part of the story, help us out, and let's do this.
We hope you liked our stories. Come back for more.
Channel on, channel out.
Channel on, channel out.